Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, and shalom to the elect. So what you see before you is a video I stumbled upon, and I'm just gonna play it and just go into a couple things, grab a couple scriptures, pertaining to this, video.
Just having a mirage here on the desert. Thought I saw TV cameras in front of me. I'd like to introduce now a new talent on the show, a man that I met that gave me my name, Lahunje, means black spirit. He's an Indian brother, Iroquois Nation, Mr. Charlie Hill. Please welcome him.
Usually have problems doing my act, because I know a lot of you white people never seen an Indian do stand-up comedy before, Like for so long you probably thought that Indians never had a sense of humor, We never thought you were too funny either. See some people back there putting their chairs in a circle. My name is Charlie Hill, Sagoli. I'm Oneida. I'm from Wisconsin. It's part of the Iroquois Nation. My people are from Wisconsin. We used to be from New York. We had a little real estate problem. I came out here, Los Angeles, a few years ago. I don't drink, so no, don't drink. Firewater to Indians, that's just like kryptonite. Here, drink this, sign this, move here. You know what I mean? Indians. People come up to me now, too, and they say, can you speak Indian? And they're like over 300 different tribes. Can you speak Indian? That's like saying, hey, can you speak Caucasian? But that's the name they give us, Indians. That's Indians was the name Christopher Columbus gave us, which is incorrect. He named us Indians because he thought he was in India, I'm sure glad he wasn't looking for Turkey. Changed a lot of things. Columbus discovered America. They taught me that when I was a kid. Columbus discovered Indians, That was my education. You see, like black people, Indians were driven to all white schools, you see. Except the black people got the buses, the Indians were just driven. I went to Custer Memorial Junior High, Tell me about, a lot of things I couldn't relate to, Like the Pilgrims, they weren't my forefathers, Pilgrims came to this land 400 years ago as illegal aliens. We used to call them whitebacks. They started unloading the boats, building houses, on the East Coast. First thing we asked, you guys gonna stay tonight? Doesn't that just burn you up when people come over and they never leave? Yeah, we'll leave after Thanksgiving, People celebrate that every year, Thanksgiving. You have a lot of holidays. This is India's country. There's no Indian holidays. There's Thanksgiving, Columbus Day, and everything. Oh, no, there's one holiday we do celebrate with white people. It's Halloween. Every year we dress up like white people, see. And we go door to door and we get anything we want, Trick or treaty. Good crowd, yeah. It's nice doing a TV shot. Maybe a couple more I'll be able to get in the movies someday. And maybe change some of the movie cliches, You see every day in the movies where the settlers come in, gets the Indian loaded, and wants his resources, Say, Injun, which way does this road go? Road stay. You go. You don't understand. Someday we want to live together and love one another like brothers and sisters. We cannot love the white eyes. It is painful to kiss forked tongue. I just have a dream that someday I will get into the movies, right? And then I will win an Academy Award. Then I'll refuse it because of the mistreatment of Marlon Brando.
So what we just, what we just saw was a product of the genocide and just the rape, robbing, and murdering of a tribe of the Northern Kingdom, um, which is Gad. And what I want to touch on is the behind the jokes, behind the laughter, um, just behind that, because you hear jokes, you hear you, you hear the crowd laughing, just him, entertaining, but at the same time, it's more than just that. Um, this is, let me get it. Proverbs 14. Proverbs 14 and 13. It says, even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. Because even, you know, to this point, I mean, that was maybe, about 40, 50 years ago. But up until this point now, for both uh, Northern and Southern Kingdom, if there's ever, jokes that's being told, or, well, within this world, you have, certain comedians, and they speak about realistic issues. They speak about, things that have occurred and things that are still occurring. And, they laugh about it. But the honest truth, is that it's true. Or it's true, you know. And behind that laughter, just harping, back on Gad, it was, you can, the content of the jokes that he was telling were real. It was real, because these events happened and they still suffer to this day. So with that being said, understanding why, is when you go um, you go back to Genesis. You go to the 49th chapter, and it speaks about Gad. Genesis 49 and 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome him at the last. Now, this is our forefather Jacob, Yaiquab, uh, in the Hebrew, which is, his name was changed to Israel, Yasha Allah, in the Hebrew. And he sat down, and, he sat all his sons down and told them what shall befall them, become of them in the last days, and what would be going on. And what happened was prophecy. This was prophecy. And what he was speaking about, the things that happened, was prophecy. It's for prophecy's sake. and the culprit, you know, none, none only the main culprit, I'll say, was the Edomites, Esau, the so-called white man, paleface, as they call it. And what is this? Yeah, Psalms 55 and 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." Now, when um, when they got here, when they got to the they came to the west. They first landed Chris, Christopher Columbus, what I believe is Christopher Cologne, landed, and it wasn't, first it wasn't, it wasn't in the Americas. It was, more to the south. Um, but Northern Kingdom still dwelt, in those regions, down in South America, and what happened was, exactly what Psalms 55 and 21 said. They came with certain words, and but their motives were completely different from their words. And it's but of course for prophecy's sake, but that doesn't mean that that you get away with it. You know that doesn't mean that these things are looked over. You know it doesn't mean that you get away with these things because of prophecy's sake. No, that's not how it works. You know, this is Isaiah 59. Let's see. Isaiah 59 and 3. It says, "For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue have muttered perverseness." Countless of, it's just countless of stories. It's millions upon millions. And the picture right here is just where you can read it at the bottom. U.S. soldiers bury Native American corpse in a mass grave following the infamous massacre at Wounded Knee, South Dakota, 1891. So here's that Genesis 49, and it's being, depicted right here. This is prophecy right here. Which came to pass. And as you can see in the background, the troop, and you see Gad. You know, the blood was spilled. It says, "For your hands are defiled with the blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue have muttered perverseness." Let's look at perverseness. Injustice, unrighteousness, wrong, violent deeds of injustice, injustice of speech, injustice generally. All the above, you know, all the above. And there's judgment for all of these things. There's judgment for all of these things. You know, he just is. It's balance. That's what's so beautiful about the Heavenly Father, your Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The balance, because when when you're dealing with just weights, when you're dealing with a system that when you just a balance of things, things have to be, the scales have to be, level, that leverage, like it has to, whatever, is the weight that's being shifted to one side, as you can see, as it is, till this day, which we are still definitely in captivity. The 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 nations, the 12 tribes of Israel have went into captivity. Have been destroyed, have been beaten. I mean, this is definitely the worst case scenario. Our people are destroyed, and this is all by the hands of the wicked, you know, of the so-called white man. This is, and we're still here, you know. Obadiah 1 and 10 says, "For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." This is not like this. This is universal law. Like this is the stage that, or the stage that was set, or the stage that was built, like when this universe was framed, like in the beginning, when the Alahayim created things, when the Heavenly Father gave the blueprint to have things created. This is the type of place He designed, was a place where for every action there's a reaction. There's no escaping that. There's there's no escaping that. And it's written. It says, this is Galatians 6 and 7. It says, "Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting." So the things that are coming for the nation of Edom, for the primarily for Edom, but along the the uh, the list with the rest of the nations, the heathen, you have a price to pay as well, because you profited off of northern and southern kingdoms back. You know, you profit off of it, and we just have to do one thing, and it's just one thing that is required of Yasha Allah, the princes of the power. Um, Zephaniah 3:8 says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, unto the day that I raise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. The Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, are going to come back and and do some damage. There's going to be an invasion. An invasion is coming, and the stage is being set as we speak. The stage has already been set. It's just pieces are being set into place, and the script is being fulfilled. You know, because whatever is said, it it's going to happen. Like it says Isaiah 55:9 is for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not hither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth a bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. This is what we are waiting for. You know, this is what we are patiently waiting for. The hopeful elect, the men, that are sighing and crying for the abomination thereof. This is the faith and the patience, you know. So with that, all praises to Yahweh by Shemi Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect.